Yo, what up, y'all? I'm just gonna dive right in, man. Just going over some articles and news and blogs and vlogs. Now, this whole entire price hike that Xbox supposed to be doing. Now, they don't even know what's supposed to be getting a price hike. Not really. They really ain't pinpoint on what's supposed to be getting a price hike in the future. Not right now. They're talking about way later on in the future. But nah. It's like the fanboys are sprinkled all around the world, like all in the gaming industry, all in the media, all in the blogs, the vlogs, Twitter. It's like these fanboys and ponies are everywhere. Like, why is that the number one thing that everybody is focused on? Answer that question right there. It's like they're focused on the wrong thing. Now, when Sony did it, they just brushed it under the rug. It only lasted maybe a couple days or so. I seen it lingering around, like, the people was talking about it. They are dragging Xbox name through the mud, bro. Like Phil Spencer, they are dogging it out. Like it's like they are preying on Xbox downfall. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't want to see them prosper. It's like if they do anything good, it's bad. But when they feel like, they're doing something wrong, now they get all the bad press, the news, the media, even on Google News. Like, I'm scrolling on my Google News feed, and I'm seeing, they're talking about the price hike that ain't even happened yet. It ain't even had. They just talking about. That's how I know they're digging, because they know that Jim Ryan is always over there messing up Sony. So they're preying on Xbox downfall. Like, it's like every time I turn around, any little thing that Xbox does, it's just the worst thing ever. It's like they refuse to give Xbox a win for trying to buy Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal. Sony trying to stop it. That's a good thing. It's like they're trying to make Uncle Phil over there at Xbox, trying to make basically Call of Duty available on every platform. Gaming consoles, PC, cloud gaming, everywhere. Sony's trying to stop everybody from playing the game because they want to lock you down to a plastic box, a overpriced, frame dropping plastic box. You know what I'm saying? Everything needs a paywall when it comes to Sony. They're too cocky and arrogant. See, they're the market leaders, and it's okay if they do a price hike, right? It's okay, because Sony's known for doing things like this. They start something. They will start something, and the fanboys and the opponents will jump on the bandwagon. As soon as Xbox do something, now it's a problem. Okay, now it's a problem. Now we gotta stop it. Now we gotta do blocking rights. Now we gotta go to the CMA. Now we gotta do this. Now we gotta do that. Like, it's like, why are they stressing this so hard? Something that ain't even happened yet. He just announced it may be going up in the future, and they took it and ran with it like a track meet. It's like Usain Bolt ran all around across the world with this news. It's like the game, the Xbox going up, and he's like, we don't even know yet. We got a family plan coming out on Xbox and PC with Game Pass. They're trying to do what Netflix and Disney and everybody else is doing with their subscription service. They're trying to make a family plan, and that may be what he's talking about. The normal Xbox Game Pass may not go up. The price of Xbox may not go up, but they may come out with a more expensive family plan. They may have like 3 tiers, kind of like what Sony got. But they ain't talking about how overpriced that subscription service is, though. That thing should have been $10 a month. But Sony's it should have been $5 and $10. That's it. That's all it's worth. But let the fanboys tell it it's worth $100. When the announcement was announced, the games are going up to $70 this generation. You know how stupid and ignorant some ponies running around talking about, I know y'all was seeing it. Oh, it should be $80. I'll pay $100 for a game. I'm like, man, come on. You just way over exaggerating now, bro. Like, for real, you just way over exaggerating. You doing way too much. Just sit down somewhere, pony. Just sit down. Some of y'all just so ignorant and dumb. That's why Jim Ryan takes it. That dumb pony over there at Sony. The CEO's front office is ignorant. They don't care about nothing but money. And you're sitting there telling me that everything that Sony does is just because they start something, everybody else is supposed to follow it. They don't want to follow suit because it's not really good for business, because it's showing their true colors. Even if you are greedy, right? Even if you are greedy, you're supposed to at least cover it up with something. Like, don't make it seem so obvious. Like, they are just open with it. They're like politicians. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah, they may not have the most money. Sony don't got the most money, but they're the most greediest. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything have to have a paywall. You gotta pay to talk to customer service. Like, come on. Like, that's just this is what I'm talking about. Why didn't that make the news headline? You have to pay more money to get help on Sony's customer service. If your PS5 tears up right now and you're not the top tier customer and you can't prove to them that you done spent top dollar on your plastic box that broke, that underperforming, underwhelming plastic box, that frame dropping, SSD tearing Sony, you can't do nothing with them. You can't talk to them. You can't tell them to send out upgrades and patches because they're trying to make room to improve for the PS5 Pro that may not even do that much improving, because if they can't even keep up with these games, what sense do it make to bring out new consoles? Or they're getting ready to bring out mid-gen consoles. Mid-gen consoles? You mean tell... Wow. This generation, it's just a joke at this point, bro. It is literally a joke. Gaming is a joke. It's hard to even sit back and take gaming even serious anymore. You like, I'm just doing it just because it's a hobby and it's just something fun to do. When you look at the benchmarks, it is a joke. I'm talking about the studios and the gaming developers are acting like politicians. They're choosing sides, who they want to ride and rock for. Like, when have it ever came to a point where it became really gaming politics? Like, everything is a battle now. Everything. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man, that we have just been trying to get them to follow suit and listen to us, but we have devs and developers in there gaming politics, calling the Xbox Series S a potato when the rotten potato is PS5. Clearly, hands down, this thing has been underperforming since day one. But that don't make news headlines. They're not talking. It's like they're brushing stuff that needs to be talked about. See, this is why I say you shouldn't let Sony get away with things. You shouldn't let Jim Ryan, that Decepticon, get away with things, because it can get pretty rough out here in these gaming streets. Win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's certain things that they're brushing under the rug just because they supposed to be believing generations, and they have these little fanboys, these little ponies sprinkled in the gaming industry, and now they're coming out. That's why I say it's like gaming politics, bro. It's like they're protesting against the Xbox Series S that's running smooth with these games, but it's so many frame drops on a plastic box called PS5, and that ain't making the news headlines. Like, why certain stuff like that ain't being, improved on, upgraded, patches coming out? That should be like the news headline on every blog and vlog. Like, man, they need to improve the PS5 if you're gonna be charging that much money for it across the world. But Xbox talking about doing a price hike. That's the worst thing ever since the Great Depression. That's the worst thing ever. Like, it's just waking up and going through all my blogs and vlogs and reading over these articles and stuff, and it's just sickening, bro, to how many people are preying on Xbox downfall. Like, I'm talking about not even console wars. This is something totally different from content creating on YouTube. This is outside of YouTube. This is outside of Twitter. This is on blogs and vlogs on Google News. This is have made like Yahoo News and stuff like that. This is making big blogs and vlogs. Like, the media have picked it up. So that's how I know they are against Xbox this generation. It's like, how are you gonna do something great when you have so many people against you, and they're playing for the wrong team that don't want to bring us value? That's the point I'm trying to make. They're playing for the wrong team. So you're gonna sit here and keep on playing for the wrong team that's not gonna bring you value, and keep milking your pockets due to a couple AAA bangers a year. Just a couple. So you're willing to keep paying $70 over and over and over and over, recycling your money, your hard-earned cash that you're out here busting a sweat and tears, blood, sweat, and tears to make. And they're not even delivering the proper frame rate, ray tracing, resolution to even go with your TVs and your televisions, your cloud game services. They don't even want to bring you a proper cloud game service, PlayStation Plus Premium. But yet and still, you got fanboys over here rooting for them up and down, hollering and hooting. They're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Arguing with you. You can't even talk to a fanboy or a pony. It's like talking to a brick wall. You might as well stand and talk to a brick wall. It's just like, it's pointless. It's pointless, bro. Like, they are so brainwashed and corrupted. Jim Ryan did a number. Jim Ryan have done a number on those fanboys, man. Those My Little Ponies. Man, I never knew that gaming can be so toxic. Like, it can rub off on people. It actually can change their life, their way of thinking. Like, it is that bad. It's like a disease. You know what I'm saying? It's like a alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? It's an addiction. You know what I'm saying? That's how crazy it is, bro. Like, they are addicted to being toxic fanboys and ponies. Like, this is an addiction now. It's like they wake up in the morning all day long thinking of something rude to say to Xbox fans. Like, it's like, okay, we have had all these AAA bangers over the years, so that justify us dogging y'all out. But now that y'all trying to compete, we don't want to come out and say that we don't want to compete. We don't want anyone to compete with us. They don't want anyone to compete with PS5 because we want to continue to be a bully. That's what this is all about. Sony fanboys just want to bully Xbox fans, Nintendo fans, PC fans. They don't want to share their games with PC. Do you think those fanboys want to share their games? Now they're talking about doing day one games coming to PC, Steam and Epic. Do you think they really want to give up their AAA bangers now they ain't got no games? Not to themselves. So that decreases the value of the PS5 right there, and they know it. That's why they're in their feelings. But they ain't gonna come out and say that. No. No. Not a pony, not a fanboy. You think he would ever come out and admit that, man, I don't want my AAA bangers on PC. Now, a few of them did, but a few of them are proudful and they say, oh, well, if you want our leftovers, you can have them. We already played them and ran through all of these games anyways. You know, I'm happy to have somebody else play our leftovers and our AAA bangers. If you want old games, I know some of y'all remember when they were talking about Spider-Man Remastered coming. Oh, if you want a 4-year-old game, you can have a 4-year-old game, even if it's a remaster. You can have it. You can have it. And they're jealous because it runs better, it runs smoother, it looks better, it runs at a higher frame rate, ray tracing, resolution is better across the map. 10 out of 10 on PC. That's what I want to see you bragging about, that how PS5 should be performing. That's what should be making the media news. Oh, the PS5 should be running like that, should be running smooth as butter. That's what I wanna wake up and see. I don't wanna see this garbage. I wake up, oh, Xbox doing the prize out here, crying and hollering and hooting like those Decepticons over there at Sony's front office. I don't want to see that, man, because it's not right. It's like, okay, now they're playing for the wrong team. Now I see that their mind is really gone. Like, they are really messed up, toxic, and addicted to PlayStation AAA bangers, and they can't get over it. It's like a bad relationship. They cannot get over it. Like, they're stuck in the past. When you hear people that tell you, somebody that really care about you, like a family member, a good friend, or a lover, tells you, man, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Let it go. Let that old plastic box go, man. Stop living in the past, man. This is a new generation. Xbox is here to stay. They're competing. They're spending top dollar for these studios to compete with Sony, and that's the way it's going to be from here on out, and Nintendo and PC. And they don't want to accept that, and that's the truth. They don't want to accept it. Who would want to accept all those AAA all those AAA bangers coming down the pipeline in 2023? I want to continue to bully Xbox fans, Nintendo fans, PC fans, cloud gaming fans. It's fun because I can hide behind a keyboard on Twitter and talk about everybody else. But we got these AAA bangers to back us up, and now that's in a decline because they're pushing all of them back. PC is stealing all PS5 games because we already know PC is the new PS5. So you don't even need an underperforming frame drop plastic box anymore. But man, I'm gonna leave it right there, man. Make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you guys can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest news out here in these gaming streets. And if you like to jump into the Xbox ecosystem, the PlayStation ecosystem, or if you like to rent games or check out some of my merch or even order games on Game Pass, GameStop. I got tongue twisted there. I'm gonna drop that link because some people like to shop online and they can check out things and pre-orders and stuff like that. So I want to give you guys the best way to bring value to gaming.